Hello guys, my name is Anna and I'm from Ukraine, and I have decided to vlog daily since the start of this awful war with Russia. I did not expect it will take me a year and longer, but I also did not expect how many of you beautiful people I will meet on my channel. If you're new, please check the videos. If you like them, subscribe, because the world needs to know more about Ukraine. And last 2 weeks were extremely overloaded with various tasks. I was constantly in a hurry, and today I feel a little bit more relaxed. We had first warm spring rain, which was my favorite and my mom's favorite, so I really enjoyed the atmosphere. I've slept the night with an open window, and in the morning I was making myself coffee and reading an article. And I want to share this article with you because I think that among friends and close people, it is one of the really good traditions when you retell the things that made you think, inspired your thoughts. And maybe this vlog will be a little bit unusual for me vlogger, but it's very typical for me person. And I think like after a year of our friendship, it's time to know each other closer. So, as you're my friends, I'm going to share with you the story that I've read in the morning while drinking my coffee. But I will do it in a little bit unusual manner. I will not tell you first about whom this article is, and you will try to guess. And at the end, I will explain you why this riddle was necessary. So the article spoke about people, a country of people who are in a really bad condition. Why? Because they are filled with hatred. And this hatred is one of the ruling and organizing powers in their society. And they make choices that traditionally unhappy people make. And it's not about physical or financial limits. It is about something inside that can be broken even if everything is okay in your life, or just on country. Everything can go wrong, but you are still strong and fighting. So these people are making choices of hatred. And to some extent, they are angry, they are aggressive, they are looking for enemies, and they want revenge. Revenge is their national idea, something that unites them stronger than future, than economical success, than, I don't know, trips and opportunities. Revenge is their fueling power. And at the same time, they try to use this feeling of revenge to unite their big motherland, and then see their people, their nation, actually much larger than it is in reality. They believe that a lot of other independent countries and peoples that live around them, they are also part of their hatred community, and they want to collect them and return them back. So, and share their hatred instead of love, instead of friendship, share their hatred with these nations that for some particular reason don't want to be a part of their big folk. And they see that the only solution to this situation, for the unification of their nation, for the spread of their ideology, is war and terror. Because otherwise these stupid people don't want to be a part of their dark country. And they start this terror and war, and they spread it on long distances, threatening the world in general, trying to change the world order. They are growing darker, angrier, and they see that war is the only solution. And it's not only the idea of their leader, it is the idea of all people filled with misery and hatred. And to be able to survive their poverty, their hatred, they focus on the idea that this is their mission, that they are different from all the other cultures and countries that are independent, that think about, I don't know, economy, education, mobility, democracy and other stuff. They think they have some specific mission. You know, it's very paranoid when people get obsessed with a particular idea and they believe in their mission that no one else can accomplish, and they need to accomplish this mission despite the fact that nobody else needs it and wants it, and actually people are opposed to it. And this mission is so important that it can explain the necessity for hundreds and thousands of people killed, for houses destroyed, schools destroyed, hospitals ruined, for countries turning their backs on their poor country because of this hatred. They are ready to kill. They are ready to commit all possible sins in all possible religions because of this sacred, as they believe, mission. And this mission gives value to all of them, gives value to their country, gives value to their miserable lives spent in poverty, in coldness, with destroyed roads and houses that fall apart. And they are trying to reach what? What is their road? What is their direction? It is not future. They are not a future-oriented country. They are a past-oriented country. They want to find something sacred, something unbelievable in their past, and they dream to return it back. Even though if they were not paranoid, they'd realize that we do not move in time backwards, we only move forward. And the only normal way, natural way, organic way is to move forward. But they want to move backwards, and not alone, with other countries, with other nations that they want to turn into that direction by force, by murder, by terror. And they are trying to find the sacred mission in their past. They are trying to preserve it in their modern life. And, well, all of you think that I am talking about Russians because my vlog is about Russian war in Ukraine. But I was retelling you that description of Nazi Germany that was made as a comparison to modern Russian society. And I'm sure that if you choose to rewind my speech, you will see that yes, it all is so awfully the same. This idea of superiority, the idea of one nation, the idea of Third Reich and Ruski Mir, the idea that the best times were in the past and they did not expect for something new to come. They wanted to return back to this mysterious, mystical past. They were ready to kill millions for the sake of this idea. They did not care much because they had this mission. And Russians repeat that right now. And they repeat it daily. And they are modern day Nazis with a twist to Ruski Mir. And honestly, I don't want to call them Russiist or Nazis or something else because they have their own ideology, but it resembles these evil ideologies that existed on this planet before. And it is awful how similar they are. Maybe a little bit updated, maybe without some particular style. But we have to understand another thing, that something that seemed like a local problem for Germany, then for countries that border with Germany, like Austria or Czech Republic, turned out into a global problem. Because such evils, they are like deadly diseases. They spread really quickly and they never ruin just one organ in which they were born. They poison all the organisms, and in our case, it is the planet. And the symptoms are present in Asia, in Africa, in Latin America. So we have to be very radical. And we have to understand that it is not a small symptom that can be isolated with sanctions and some support to Ukraine. It is a global problem. And I do believe, of course, I'm like an optimist, and I think that some extraordinary solutions may happen. But if they don't, we have to be very, very careful. The article that I have read and that impressed me so much to some extent was published in Ukrainian Weekly, it seems to me, or Ukrainian Week, the Ukrainian Week, by Larisa Yakubova, who is a Ukrainian historian, and she studied in Donetsk University, and she dedicates much attention to Ruski Mir, its doctrine, and Donbas region, which is important. I can leave a link to this article below the video if you wish to read, but let me know, what do you think? Do you agree? Or maybe that was morning coffee and spring rain that turned me into such a philosophical direction. Coming back to something more positive, I would like to introduce you to one channel because I have this word, Ukrainian word of the day, and many of you want to learn Ukrainian. And there is a beautiful channel, Speak Ukrainian, that was created by Inna Soronchuk, who was born in Kherson. Kherson is a heroic Ukrainian city. And she has her own school of English, of Ukrainian, I'm sorry. She is really qualified. And if you want to know Ukrainian language professionally, go check her channel. I will leave the link below too. Thank you so much for your attention to my channel. Thank you for your positive impressions on our Easter video. It was really, really important for us, and I'm glad that you liked it. And thank you so much for being with me. I have this like huge feeling of love, maybe it's spring, towards you. And I'm very grateful that you're present in my life, that I have this community, that we have this community. Thank you for standing with Ukraine. Thank you for making us stronger. Thank you for buying me coffees. Thank you for becoming my patrons and supporting my future projects. Slava Ukraini!